and I have officially started decorating the house. So I thought I would share with you how I set up my tablescape every single year, with little variations year to year, but pretty much the same. Now, obviously, Dan and I have a farmhouse style table that is quite long, so I'll be decorating it as if it's this table. If you were to have a bistro style, you could still do something similar, but on a smaller scale. So because our home is quite open with a floor plan, I don't like to always have a tablecloth because it can kind of weigh this whole section of our house down. So I tend to usually use a table runner that I've fallen in love with. So I have this one and another burlap colored one, which is great for fall because you can mix and match it with whether or not you're doing plaids or darker maroons for harvest season, all of that. As if you go with a true color, it makes it a little bit harder to decorate with. So here I have one that is in burlap with some really beautiful embroidery of pumpkins. So now the next thing that I do is I have here some LED timed candles. I'm not going to set the timers right now, obviously because it's still sunny out, but I will later on. And what I'll do is now that I have the table runner centered and where I want it, I'll place the candles. Now to also save my table runner, I have these really nice glass coasters that I have from my sister-in-law as one of her wedding favors, but any type of thin coaster will work, and that way the wax from the candle won't ruin your table runner or any gunk will be left behind. So I have variation of candles, so I'm just going to start kind of miscellaneously placing them, and I don't typically put them in a row, I stagger them. And just make sure they're somewhat evenly placed, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, the next thing that I'll do is I'll add in my pumpkins. Now, if you want to put in real pumpkins, that is completely fine as well. I just know that real pumpkins you're having to buy year after year, and let's be honest, everybody wants to save some money when it comes to decorating. So I have, over the years, added to the pumpkin collection from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, all those places for pumpkins. Now, the tip that I have is stick with a theme, stick with a color, and everything will look good, even if you add stuff in throughout the years. So for me personally, I like to have things that have hints of gold or variations of gold. So what I have done is I've found pumpkins that have gold on the top, or they have a gold stem, or things like that. So what I'm gonna do, and again, variation in size will add to the depth and the dimension of the table. So I'm just gonna start placing these little by little. I'm trying to keep them within so you can still see the border. Okay, so now the ones that I have left over, I'll probably place miscellaneous spots throughout the house. Now the next thing that I'll do is these are fillers. Now you can find them usually like over by the potpourri or things like that, but so these are spray painted gold pine cones. So you've got a little bit of the brown and a little bit of the gold, and same thing, I'm just gonna start placing them throughout, and they also have little cute acorns. And then what I do every year after I go to clean up everything is I'll put everything in a Ziploc bag that goes together, so that way I'm not having to kind of rush around and do this again year after year. And I make sure that I get both sides of the table. So now that we have those, this is the last and best part of the filler. So now these are just fake leaves, and this is also going to add in some more color and dimension. And same thing, some of these have been glitterized. So what I'll do is I'll just find little areas and just tuck them in. And I'll go around the whole runner like that. And that's really it. That's all I do, just fill, fill, fill. If you want more candles, that's great, but it'll look like this beautiful, elaborate harvest setup on your table. I do something different for Christmas, and so once that time comes around, I'll show you what I do for that. But if you have any tips, suggestions, questions, just comment below, and have a great day.